Yeah, Joe, Stephanie, I don't actually have that much time. I know we have half an hour. I have a half an hour of waiting once I get to the center, but you have to check in early, yada yada yada. The good news is I have the correct pencils this time.
Head southeast on Toward.
You can probably hear my Google directions there. Yeah, so I ordered my pencils online because I couldn't find them in stationery stores, and I now have 20 pencils. They have specific pencils. Like in the US, they're number 2 pencils for Scantron tests. Here they're 2B pencils, and they just look like regular pencils, but they've got 2B written on them, and I'm prepared. Oh, I see a Starbucks. I will take any coffee I can take at this point. My new espresso machine has not arrived, and it's caused all kinds of havoc in my morning ritual. I'm feeling incredibly nervous. I'm actually going to pass the Starbucks because I don't want to have to use the bathroom in the middle of the test, because I'm pretty sure they don't let you out. That's TMI, isn't it? I'm very nervous. Again, I keep telling myself there's no stakes in this. I have absolutely nothing riding on this. And a friend of ours actually said the other day to my husband, it's brilliant because either way, whatever happens after the test, it's still a learning experience. If I succeed and get a certain high score, then I know that the way that I've been teaching myself is working, and if I get a low score and I can figure out which part, which I can kind of figure out which part, then I know where to improve my methods. So either way, there's a lot of content to talk about. And I was like, well, that's a really good way of looking at it. I would rather not fail, to be honest with you. I'm going to pause for a second because I don't see the exact street. There's some grammar stuff I want to talk to you about. I have some regrets, and I literally have a oh shit list from the last 2 days when I was studying and all the things that I probably missed. And I'm chalking that up to time because the method that I was using, kind of more of a discovery, noticing approach, it would have gotten me to this point, because I got to this point of realizing what I was missing 2 days before the test, but I just then didn't have time to do it, and that's only 6 weeks in. So don't do 6 weeks between your HSK1 and HSK2. It's absolutely the worst thing you can do ever. Okay, so I found it. It's just down the street. So I have a couple minutes before I go in there. Right, so there's a lot that I learned in this process, especially in this review week. Oh my god, in this review week there's so much I learned, it's ridiculous. And I took so many notes. My one-page plan of what to review for this week has turned into a literal textbook, not textbook, but like notebook of like 8 pages of notes on what to do differently and how to plan differently for HSK3, or even just for the 2 review months that I'm going to do coming up starting Thursday. I'm actually hopping on a plane a couple hours after this test, and I'm being the trailing spouse and going with my husband on a work trip, and I'm going to go play. Why? Because it's somewhere really cool, and I'll tell you about that later. Maybe. Yeah, there'll probably be videos where I'm in that place, but I don't want to say it just now, but so that's exciting because what's my reward for taking the test? I'm gonna go fly to a really cool place. Yay! Anyway, so I did my pre-test listening this morning. I listened to about 2.5 chapters worth of listening on the train. It was a little hard on the metro. It was easier in the taxi last time, but I was still able to pick out words, and more importantly, I got used to the rhythm of the language again before I go into that building right in front of me and take the test itself. I need to practice more of reading than listening, because my listening scores keep being higher than my reading scores, and I think that's because there's the added visual help. Not that my listening's so good, but that there's pictures that goes with the listening. So I think I need to cool it on, I think I still need to do an ample amount of listening, but I think I need to do more reading practice because there's no clues at all. You just have the words. And it strikes me as funny because I feel more comfortable around the written form, but I'm doing better test-wise around the visual form. So I guess in the end, when I become fluent, I'll probably be a better speaker than writer. Irony, the irony of that. Anyway, I want to thank everybody who's given me best wishes. I've gotten all kinds of wishes throughout social media, on WeChat and Twitter, and and Instagram and email and all kinds of stuff. So thank you guys so much. By the time you see this, I'll probably be done with the test and I will put a post video up. I'll put both of those up today so you can see the before and after. And hopefully I'll look more relaxed and be on the train on the way to the airport. All right, thank you all. Sachin.